Horsetails is proudly brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. South Carolina, a true leader in the equine industry.
Folks, two things in the fall, the state fair and football. A couple of our old teams here in the state, one's faring well, one not fairly well, but there's always tomorrow. But anyway, folks, today, interviewing Michael Sandloffer with the Heritage Festival here today. Folks, I've known a lot of people in my 58 years, and Michael is one of the most inspirational, energetic, and God-fearing men I ever known. He has got stories to tell. And folks, Michael will tell you here in the show today, he's been fighting cancer, but the courage he does each day, folks, it's just absolutely unreal. So walk with me today with a day in the life of a truly courageous, patriotic man. Horsetails is being brought to you today by Carolina Fresh Foods. Folks, we are Fresh Delicious. Equestrian Images, making memories together. Hey folks, Warren E. Coker Farm for the best coastal Bermuda hay available in the Southeast. Brought to you by Southern Equine Service in Aiken, South Carolina, a full-service equine veterinarian practice offering ambulatory and hospital services.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tires she's riding on will. With the revolutionary Michelin Premier Tire, even as it wears down over time, its safety doesn't, thanks to Evergrip technology. The Michelin Premier Tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
Banking in the palm of your hand. You're on the go now more than ever before. Now you can access your Anderson Brothers bank accounts using your mobile device. Just search for Anderson Brothers Bank from your iPhone App Store or Android Google Play Store. Then click to install. Get up-to-date balances, transfer money, pay bills, even deposit a check, as well as other transactions. Download the ABB app for your personal branch. Anderson Brothers Bank, treating you like family since 1933.
Carolina and Clemson haven't agreed on much since 1896. It's a healthy multi-sport rivalry. And this year, every head-to-head competition is part of the inaugural certified SC-grown Palmetto Series. So while Gamecocks and Tigers each support their team, we can all support local farmers by purchasing certified SC-grown products. Just look for the certified SC-grown label where you shop and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
Southern States carefully crafts every bag of Legends horse feed with the highest quality ingredients available. The Legends superior line of specially formulated feeds will help keep your horses happy, healthy, and in peak form. You and your horse have a special bond. To keep that bond everlasting, Legends horse feeds can accommodate every type of nutritional need a horse might have. Legends, redefining what horse feed should be. Visit your local Southern States dealer to see which Legends feed is best for your horse.
Folks, welcome back to the show here at the State Fair. Join me now, Michael Sandloffer. I want to say loafer, but folks, loafing is not in his vocabulary.
Good morning, and thank you very much for coming down here to truly see American history, to understand what our ancestors, yours and mine, believed in, and their sacrifice. What were they willing to give up for freedom? What were they willing to share with their children? How did they build this great nation? Well, let's turn on our imaginations and look at this white wagon here. This is known as a Conestoga wagon. And when you look at this white wagon, think, what would you take to go 1,000 miles? What is important? Of course, the people in those years, the most important thing was to survive, to go on the Oregon Trail, the Santa Fe. And to have something. So what did they bring? Seeds. So when they got there, they were able to plant, to have a crop. What tools did they bring? The axe. The most singular, significant invention. Stop and think.
The axe.
The axe. Firewood, warmth, food, the saw. These are the things to carry water, things to hold water, and spirits, not whiskey, spirit, kerosene to light the lanterns.
Wow.
So our ancestors did a lot with a wagon and a belief in God, to know they put their heart, their minds in the hands of God to get them to a new world, a world of freedom, religion, faith. That's what built America. Now let's go from the pioneer to the cowboy.
That's what I try to be, Michael.
You are. This is known as a chuck wagon, developed by Chuck. That's how it became known as a chuck wagon. You see, the main thing was to bring food to the East. America's growing. Lots of people are coming, but we need food to feed them. The cattle was out west. Oh, they started what's known as a cattle drive. But their men, their horses needed food. They came up with a chuck wagon. Look at this wagon here. When you look back here, the wooden spoon, this is all outfitted. The cook they called Cookie.
That's original.
Yeah, well.
Folks, we were wagging his hoe a minute ago, and Michael's going to take us over here to say how ingenuity from horsepower and just good old American dreams and ingenuity, how we got it done, right, Mike?
That's right, how our ancestors built this country. They had a job to do, they had limited sources, so they had to create the power, and that was animal power. Mules, donkeys, horses, and oxen. That's what built America.
Folks, Michael's a walking encyclopedia. We'll show you how to get in touch with through him, through the website, and good information. And folks, I always say, hey folks, and we literally, we're gonna go bale some hay. Let's go, Michael.
Let's go.
Michael, we're gonna make hay while the sun is shining. Tell us what's going on here.
Well, we have a 1942 Case stationary baler.
Okay.
And here it is for a small farmer. Come on, neighbor, let's get your wooden pitchfork going.
I'm gonna go right there and put, okay.
Hey, put it in the hopper here.
One over here, Dave. Scoop Lauren up there and throw it right up there. I've done this before.
Hey folks, it's literally happening.
Baling hay at the South Carolina State Fair.
Folks, I'll break anything. This is a wooden pitchfork. All right, Michael, so this is the end result, right?
Boy, you did some work today. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a bale of hay.
I might take this home, folks. It's about that time of year. Back to the stack. Right, good.
Just throw it up high, Rob.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, Michael, for this to happen, the old mules, you're using draft mules over here on the operation, right?
That's correct. Yep. They're a cross between a Percheron and a Mammoth Jack. And they are 16 and 17 years old. They're brother and sister, Jake and Kate.
Jake and Kate.
Yep. And you know what? Our ancestors had great respect for animals. They cared for them. They worked together. They made sure that our animals had the proper care and diet. So what do you see now? You see these mules are walking around 360 degrees.
What do you call, you had
That's
mentioned,
sweep gear.
okay?
That goes around one revolution, turns the transmission 6 times. So what you're seeing is that saw, which we're going to saw wood now, is going around 72 times. Physics right here. This is how kids should learn how American ingenuity was put to the test.
That's pretty neat, and it's belt driven. So back then, what is that? Rubber belts, or what is that?
Well, they were leather belts, but
Okay.
today we use rubber belts that are laced, that are put together,
And this hay was baled with like a swath or something by hand, or how was it? How was the hay actually baled?
well, they didn't bale hay in the olden days. They made what's called a haystack.
Okay,
They stacked the hay like what we have here.
right.
They stacked it, and then they used knives, like you saw over there, hay knives, to cut it, to load it on a wagon, and to feed it.
Well, that's very interesting. So that's a lot of work was done, wasn't there?
That's correct.
And folks, when we come back, we're heading to the sawmill. So I saw you later. Horse Tales is being brought to you today by King Street Auction Company, the leading auction company in the Southeast. Dillon Meat Center, featuring Carolina Fresh Poultry Products. Ride in and see Douglas and Terry Wayne Jackson today. By the South Carolina Agricultural Department, it's a matter of taste. And by Benton's Horseshoeing, reliable professional hoof care, specializing in maintenance and corrective shoeing. See Larry Benton.
Farmers are always planning for higher yields, more diversity, expanding opportunities. Nationwide and your local agent want to help your farm last through the generations. As the #1 farm insurer in the country, Nationwide can help you achieve your goals. We stand for you.
What makes big banking local? It's the people. Anderson Brothers Bank has grown over the years, but we have maintained great local people to be our officers. They are not only extremely qualified, but they also offer excellent customer service. Regardless of your financial need, our staff can help. Stop by any of our locations in the PD or coastal regions and always feel safe and secure. Anderson Brothers Bank, we are your local community bank.
Hey folks, the PD Cowboy rides with a brand. Now my brand of chicken is Carolina Fresh Foods. Carolina Fresh Foods, chicken the way it used to be. Ask for it at your local grocery store. If they don't have Carolina Fresh chicken, call the PD Cowboy and his elite posse of chicken wranglers and we'll get cracking and shoot on down to the ranch and round you some up. Carolina Fresh Chicken, simply the most fresh delicious chicken you can buy.
South Carolina's Market Bulletin has connected consumers and farmers for over 100 years. From ag news to meeting notices to free ads, you can count on the Market Bulletin.
South Carolina, it's a matter of taste.
Southern States carefully crafts every bag of Legends horse feed with the highest quality ingredients available. The Legends superior line of specially formulated feeds will help keep your horses happy, healthy, and in peak form. You and your horse have a special bond. To keep that bond everlasting, Legends horse feeds can accommodate every type of nutritional need a horse might have. Legends, redefining what horse feed should be. Visit your local Southern States dealer to see which Legends feed is best for your horse.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tires she's riding on will. With the revolutionary Michelin Premier Tire, even as it wears down over time, its safety doesn't, thanks to Evergrip technology. The Michelin Premier Tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
Folks, welcome back to the show. Michael, what you got cooking over here?
Well, Gary's here. He's going to be cutting up some firewood for us.
And what circle is this? What time frame would
Late 1800s.
Wow. So that replaced the crosscut saw, right? We were talking earlier, so back then folks worked from sun up to sundown 6 days a week.
But this was big technology, you know.
Right.
Before this, all they had was a saw.
Right.
You'll see that in a minute. Be careful.
Oh yeah. There was no workman comp back then, were there, Michael?
We didn't talk about it.
Yeah. All right, Michael, this is firewood. You're going to show us where this come from, right?
I'm going to show you, I want you that this is just a limb. You know, the farmers, they needed to grow crops for their own food, for money, and for their animals to graze. But it was trees, so what did they do? They cut down trees, you got branches like this, but how did they get the stumps out of the ground? No bulldozers, no backhoes. Let's learn about a Hercules 2-horse stump puller, late 1800s. Let's see true mechanical advantages. Let's go.
Michael, see if you can stump the old cowboy. Let's go. And Michael, here's the situation. We got a stump. We need to remove it in a less intrusive way. What do we do?
We're gonna use a Hercules 2 horsepower. We have our guys right here, Anthony and Hot Rod, and they're gonna go ahead and show you the use of mechanical advantage in a non-intrusive way to get a job done. So our soil stays ready to plant. Are you ready?
Ready.
David, you better give him a hand, David. Let's go. Hip. Slowly.
Old mule got to step over here. I think I'll get on the higher end, guys.
There he goes.
Oh.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
So Michael, it was a lot more difficult back in the day. They probably would dig around it and everything and do that?
Yes, they would have. They would have dug around it. They would have took an axe to break the roots, and they would have pulled it over just as easy as that.
Just as easy as that.
Well, after they dug the hole, you know, dug around and sawed the roots, I mean, but what I look back to learn from, that today we use such massive machinery that hurts our soil, that compacts our soil. When a farmer, the only way crops don't grow in dirt, you have to build soil. Nitrogen, oxygen, you want your soil alive. This was a way to do it. That they got a head start, let's say, you know, which today the farmer has to go ahead now and use plows and different types of agricultural equipment to get that soil loose again, you know.
Well, like I say, you stumped me on that one. We getting ready to go here. This was work, but back in the day, they played a little bit. We got a little bit of carousel over here you can share with the folks. Let's go.
Yeah, you're looking at an 1890 flying horse merry-go-round. And it was powered by a mule or a donkey. Come on!
Let's go. Well, Michael, here's a really merry-go-round powered by horsepower.
That's correct. This goes back to the 1890s. When you came to a fair, that's what your kids rode on right there. History comes alive. We call this the endangered species carousel ride. And if you notice, the pictures in the center are animals that were endangered that have come back. The buffalo, the eagle, the whale, the wolf. The ones up on top are animals that are endangered today.
Okay. Well, I got where did merry-go-round come from? If you don't know, you got to ask. Do you know?
No, I don't know. You know, I'm probably in Europe somewhere. You know.
They were merry when they went around.
This is American right here. This believed to be the first, flying the Parker Brothers flying horses.
Wow. So a lot of this stuff here was original and put in use, and
but this I rebuilt totally. Totally, you know. All this stuff is good that it's old, but you have to recondition it. with bearings, with grease fittings, to make sure that it still has the integrity it needs to hold your children's weight safely.
Well, we were talking earlier, people don't really realize how important it is to pay attention to this, because you're the most original and the only one left showing America really how we got to start, right?
Well, you know, to my knowledge, this is the only traveling exhibit without motors. You notice how quiet it is? The children can listen to themselves, could think. It's very quiet and peaceful on the ride. You know, I'm here because my family believes in America, believes in God, and we have something to share to the next generation, that they don't just know about computers and drugs, and to understand the needs of the planet Earth, and to understand how it's our responsibility to care for the animals we share the planet with. I'm dying now. I have stage 4 cancer. So I'm glad to be here to share with you that somebody else could see we're looking for a permanent home for this. And because we believe it should be seen by the thousands of school children, the hundreds of thousands, to understand what it took to build this great nation of ours. It wasn't built with a computer. It was built by hard work and a belief in God.
And people like you, Michael.
Well, thank you. But
that's a merry-go-round, and you've been around. We're going to go catch up with something else in a minute. Thank you.
Okie dokie.
Horse Tales is being brought to you today by Morrell Tire Service. Right on in and see Richard and his fine family of technicians to take care of your automotive needs. By Nationwide, and folks, you know when the PD Cowboy rides, he rides with Nationwide on his side. Ken Law Supermarket, Fayetteville, North Carolina, featuring a full line of Carolina Fresh 3-pack frozen poultry program. Hey folks, the PD Cowboy rides with a brand. Now my brand of chicken is Carolina Fresh Foods. Carolina Fresh Foods, chicken the way it used to be. Ask for it at your local grocery store. If they don't have Carolina Fresh chicken, call the PD Cowboy and his elite posse of chicken wranglers, and we'll get cracking and shoot on down to the ranch and round you some up. Carolina Fresh Chicken, simply the most fresh delicious chicken you can buy.
Banking in the palm of your hand. You're on the go now more than ever before. Now you can access your Anderson Brothers bank accounts using your mobile device. Just search for Anderson Brothers Bank from your iPhone App Store or Android Google Play Store, then click to install. Get up-to-date balances, transfer money, pay bills, even deposit a check, as well as other transactions. Download the ABB app for your personal branch. Anderson Brothers Bank, treating you like family since 1933.
Carolina and Clemson haven't agreed on much since 1896. It's a healthy multi-sport rivalry. And this year, every head-to-head competition is part of the inaugural certified SC-grown Palmetto Series. So while Gamecocks and Tigers each support their team, we can all support local farmers by purchasing certified SC-grown products. Just look for the certified SC-grown label where you shop and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
Southern States carefully crafts every bag of Legends horse feed with the highest quality ingredients available. The Legends superior line of specially formulated feeds will help keep your horses happy, healthy, and in peak form. You and your horse have a special bond. To keep that bond everlasting, Legends horse feeds can accommodate every type of nutritional need a horse might have. Legends, redefining what horse feed should be. Visit your local Southern States dealer to see which Legends feed is best for your horse.
Folks, join me now. It's Sharon Sandloffer. I got it right.
You got it right.
Last time that me and you were talking, we had camels and wolves, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Well, what's got you over here at the State Fair?
Well, we're here at the State Fair to show this historical exhibit that we've got here, which you've seen here this afternoon. And but we still have our wolves and camels and lions and tigers and bears at home.
So y'all been up here how long?
We've been here, the fair's been 11 days.
Wow.
And we're about halfway, a little more than halfway through.
And I was doing some small talking. Y'all heading where after this?
We're going down to Miami, Florida with the Wolves for the Santa's Enchanted Village.
Wow. I was on your website this morning, and y'all got a little bit of everything. So just tell the folks, y'all do a little bit of everything, but what do you key in on?
Well, you know, I guess between Michael and I, we both kind of have our specialties. He's into the historical history of America and the animals that helped build this country, and I'm into more the exotics, not exotics, but the wild animals of America that need help today, particularly the wolves right now, because they are being slaughtered off and they play such an important part in our ecosystem, and what we really need to protect them and keep them here.
Right. How many wolves you got back in Lynchburg?
We have 16 altogether. And
wow.
They're all rescued, and they all do come from captive situations. They're not, you know, we didn't take any from the wild, but we've got 16 of them now.
And camels, how many camels you got now?
Right now we just have one camel.
Okay.
One camel, yeah.
Well, I'm going to walk a mile to see a camel. When I get there, don't throw me to the wolves, okay? Okay. Thank you, sir. Good talking to you. Folks, in this show, Michael Sandloffer shared with y'all how he was fighting cancer. And since this show has aired, he passed from this side. Michael went home. He fought a good fight. And we wanted to bring this show back to you folks to honor Michael's life. And folks, you know, we're all on a journey. And I really feel Horse Tales is here because I'm on a journey. Because of the horse, my life has stayed on course. We felt led, my good friend and editor Jerry Hudson said, let's go do a show on Michael. He's up at the State Farmers Market, and he's been on my heart. Folks, lo and behold, we went up there, and Michael's been a believer. And in that show, he asked Jerry, which is very active in the Palmetto Street Church of God, said, you know, this is on my heart. I want to be baptized, and I want my whole family to be there. You know, and it's kind of caught Jerry a little bit. He said, I can make that happen. And folks, it did happen. I think that was on a Monday, and I think 3 or 4 nights later, Michael and his whole family was baptized. I went, and folks, that was very moving. We don't know why we're here, and like I say, once again, I'm going to redone the Horse Tales here is because the course I'm on. And I just want to dedicate this show to Michael Sandloffer. He served this country. He was a family man. He was a godly man. He was an animal lover, and if you go back and Google a little bit about the life of Michael Sandloffer, he was a pretty unique person. He was a Navy SEAL, and like I say, a very brave man. And he faced death as brave as any man ever seen. Michael is home now, and folks, I just want to tell you, it's been my privilege to know Michael Sandloffer, and it's my humble privilege to be here today and to honor a man that I consider a friend, Michael Sandloffer. And folks, until next week, keep your reins low and your hands quiet.